Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Here in Orlando, it's interconference basketball as the Magic look to defend home court at the Amway Center. They're getting their first look at the Thunder. In this one, they lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Yeah, a quick two-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an interconference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Winslow is out there with Marvin Williams. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Adams in at the 5, down low. Now James, after Victor Oladipo missed from long range. Picked by Horford. Three-pointer. And that one's good by LeBron. James has got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Magic.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
And the Magic with possession. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys. Hey, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Now, here's Oladipo after LeBron James's miss. Good D by LeBron.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Horford. Thunder with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
Now here's James. 20 points for him last game against Washington.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backcourt.
On the clock from 10 feet out. James with another miss. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Winslow kicks to Oladipo. Thomas a screen. They set the screen. Oladipo goes in. Adams, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Lowry kicks to Gordon. In the corner, it's James. Drains the three-pointer. LeBron's got 6.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He set up Gordon. He can shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin, will see how they do.
Thanks again, Doris. Now Gordon. After Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. Can't hit. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Williams, a screen on Gordon. There's a screen by Williams. Oladipo for 3. The shot is off. And Orlando will come the other way. Lowry kicks to Gordon. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Gordon's got his first points in this one. Thunder trailing by 4. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Thomas passes to Adams. Winslow kicks to Oladipo. There's a good screen. Thomas gets a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thomas got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And it's James missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
And the second free throw, good. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. 3rd youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
Here's Thomas after Eric Gordon's bucket. Williams a screen on Lowry. Thomas kicks to Williams. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Drive by Adams. Misses from close range.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Now, here's Oladipo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. That one wide left. Magic leading by 4. Lowry with the ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. LeBron dishes to Horford. And he uses the glass on the layup. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Looking now at the numbers for Oladipo, last year getting it done. Averaged about 18 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Catching up on the change. Spates comes in for Al Horford. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Well, getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard. That's why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
Here's Jack. And Shumpert pulls it down. Thunder trailing by 6. Outside Thomas. Adams outside. It's stolen. Fast break. Here come the Magic. LeBron leading the charge.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
Shumpert passes to Oladipo. Green, the screen. And Oladipo, here we go. Misses from short range.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
James kicks to Spates. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Oladipo. Here's Shumpert.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Orlando. The machine comes in for Gordon. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Harris comes in for Victor Oladipo. James outside. Spates sets a screen. LeBron dishes to Spates. Fade away. And J.J. Hickson pulls it down. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches.
Play over the top, you've got a great advantage.
Another miss by Orlando.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Thomas. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Carroll, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Thomas. Jeff Green on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Green's got his 2nd basket of the game. Orlando leading by 5. LeBron passes to the machine. Back to James. Out left to the wing. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Now here is Jack. Iman Shumpert unable to get his last shot to go. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
B-Train's checked in for James. And here is Thomas. Hickson sets the screen for Thomas. To the inside. Hickson with the bucket. Hickson's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's the machine. Carroll with the screen on Thomas. Here's Jack. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Magic lead by 5.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside.
Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, the Thunder.
They had such a strong presence in the paint. Just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
Houdini's checked in for Orlando. .109 left to play in the first quarter. Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Here's Houdini. They set the screen. 6 to shoot, and stolen by Thomas. .35 seconds left in the first. Outside, Green. And he hits it to tie the game up. Green's got his third basket of the night right there.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Spates the pass to the machine. Here's B-Train, guarded by Harris. Spates with a screen on Shumpert. It's stolen by Hickson. 1 second left. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. It's all tied in Orlando. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership. Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James are the textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Orlando, they've got Damari Carroll out there. Horford is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Houdini, and it's Gordon in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, Al Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
That one is no good. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. Starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
And so here's Orlando. After Oklahoma City gets the 3. Picked by Horford. Lowry kicks to Horford. Gordon against Oladipo. Picked by Horford. Clock at 6. Gordon. Deep 2 from Carroll. Nice shot from the wing. Carroll's got the game tied up here for Orlando.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
Now, here's Oladipo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the middle, here's Adams. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
And Orlando making a change here. James is checked in. And so Adams nails both of them.
And really with the Thunder and their road problems last season, both Phoenix and New Orleans had better road records than they did. And had the Thunder been tougher on the road, no doubt they would have made it in.
Now here is Lowry, and LeBron James gets it to go.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Picked by Williams. Gordon against Oladipo. Lets it go from 11. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
You know, the Thunder had road trouble right out of the gate last season, guys. Only had 1 road win in their first 9 road games. They also had 4 different instances of 4 or more game road losing streaks last season. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Again, Oladipo missing. Magic have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. James with it, now guarded by Winslow. Magic moving the ball around. The drive by Gordon. No good there off the double clutch. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. They set the pick. In the corner, Winslow with it. Oladipo outside. Pass to Winslow. Puts up a 3. No luck. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Here's James. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Left side, Williams fires the 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. That's now 8 points for Williams.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Horford kicks to Gordon. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Gordon's got 9 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. A nice shot by Winslow.
For 3. Timeout on the court. Charge for 11.
Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. First in rebounding, first in second chance points, and they were one of the NBA's top 5 up-tempo teams. I mean, their pace of play really brisk. Only a few squads scored more on the fast break than they did.
And you touched on their rebounding, just prolific in that area. Tremendous energy and physicality when attacking the glass.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for Orlando. LeBron sets the screen for Horford. Back to Jack, and stolen by Harris. Here's Winslow. There's the pass to Oladipo. Winslow dishes to Harris. Feeds to Oladipo. There's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks to Williams. Wide open. And James pulls it down.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The offensive rebound. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top 3-point shooters. Second, Eric Gordon.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
The feed now to Jack. Horford sets a screen for Jack. Passes it to Horford. Picked by Horford. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Horford's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Gordon. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game. And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere. Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And Jack, here we go. Williams with the block. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And the Magic making a change here. Spates is checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Green comes in for Williams. And Thomas subbed in for Harris. Spates against Hickson. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And that one's good. James.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster.
Here's Thomas following the basket by LeBron James. Thomas kicks to Green. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Now here's Gordon. 17 points for him last game against Washington. Here's the screen. And Jack kicks to Teletovic. And that one hits back iron. Oklahoma City trailing. Thomas passes to Oladipo. Green, the screen. Dishes it to Oladipo. Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas, and Green slams it in. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway through this contest yet.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Hickson against Spates. He shoots again, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Orlando making some changes. Damari Carroll's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. B-Train comes in for James. And Houdini subbed in for Gordon. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Shumpert's checked in.
Well, it was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys. I mean, didn't really challenge anything at their own rim. And that's really what made it tough for them.
They get it back. B-Train. Great D that time from Green.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Now the dish to Jack. Carroll for three, and a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Carroll's got 8 points. For the Magic, it's never a good sign to lead the league in getting dunked on. Last year that happened. They had that dubious honor, unfortunately.
You know, and in general, Kevin, I mean, the Magic were just poor on defense. I mean, they couldn't stop the three. Second worst mark in the league at defending it. And overall, the third worst field goal percentage against. So you know where their priorities were this past offseason.
And Orlando has possession. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Houdini passes to Spates. And he uses the glass on the layup. Spates has got his first basket of the night.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now, here's Thomas. 6 points for him. That's tipped. Oklahoma City the rebound. There's the bucket. Good. Hickson's got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Out to the right wing. B-Train passes to Jack.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining.
On the high post. Excellent D from Thomas. Oklahoma City has gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Hickson a screen. Jack against Thomas. He dishes it to Winslow. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Jack passes to Houdini. He kicks to Spates. Latre. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Now a moment to see the numbers for Isaiah Thomas. Some last season stats for him. He put in about 16 points a game last year. 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
The Machines checked in for Jarrett Jack.
Timeout for Oklahoma City.
Go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Hickson with the bucket. Hickson's got 6.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's the Machine. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Here's Spates. Another miss by Orlando. The Thunder with the lead.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Carroll passes to Houdini to end the drought, and it's good on the way. Houdini's got his first basket.
You know, that's terrific offensive agility, footwork, and quickness there to get to the hoop.
Picks in a screen. And Thomas, here we go. Again, Oklahoma City.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the Thunder up 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Looking at the field goal percentage during that period for them, it was good, 45%. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Well, they need to be much more aggressive on offense. Try to get to the foul line more. It's called a charity stripe for a reason. They haven't shown they want it, Ernie. Everybody wants charity. Me too. I like charity. If they don't get more aggressive, they might have a hard time in the second half.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The Magic trail by 4, and on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Isaiah Thomas out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Winslow, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Williams at the 4-man position. Now here's Lowry. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And you look at Horford's game offensively. His mid-range jump shot is as pure as it gets. You got to say, he's probably in that Dirk Nowitzki territory from out there as far as accuracy. Doesn't possess the range that Dirk has, but from mid-range, as good as it gets.
Here's Adams, 6 to shoot. Here's Thomas. No luck, and Orlando the other way now. To the middle, here's Gordon, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Justice Winslow. And Horford takes about half his shots Clark from mid-range. He's so reliable, it's still a high-value shot for him.
And, you know, I think he started to shoot the three-pointer as well, Kevin. And if he adds that to his package, watch out. He'll be even more dangerous offensively because that mid-range is automatic.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Gordon.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Thomas kicks to Adams. It's Oladipo on the wing. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him. Comes up empty down low.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here's Gordon. 13 points in the game. Picked by Horford. Thomas with the steal. Looking to get it going. He takes it up and lays it in. Thomas got 10 points in the game. Orlando trailing here. LeBron kicks to Gordon. James right side. Pass to Horford. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. 5 on the clock. Lowry for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 6 assists in the game. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
he is.
Yeah.
Me
Listen,
too.
the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
For Orlando, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
How about this one for Eric Gordon? 16 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 10. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Again, Oklahoma City. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Brooke has some information for us, Doris.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Williams. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Lowry. LeBron outside. Horford sets a screen for James. He feeds it to Teletovic. The drive by Lowry. Williams with the block.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Right side, Thomas. The wide open look here for Oladipo. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 6 assists now in the game. Down low, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this, for his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Gordon hits both of them.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Oladipo dishes to Williams. Winslow, the pass to Oladipo. There's a screen by Williams. 5 to shoot. Pass to Winslow, expanding his range. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
The pass to Williams. Feeds it to Winslow. Jacks up a three. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 12th in steals, 12th in points off turnovers. And they were in the top half of the league in field goal percentage as a team. And part of that was due to the fact that they were a little inconsistent offensively.
Now James, after Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer, kicks it to Teletovic. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
This was one of the better scoring teams last year. They had a lot of different offensive weapons to choose from, and they knew exactly how to use them most effectively.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw dropped for Al Horford. Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
The Magic making a switch here. Jack's checked in, and a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Devin Harris is checked in for Winslow, and he can't hit the second.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 16-6 run. Harris against Jack. From outside the arc, and that one's good. Jack's got 6 points.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook for that matter.
And here is Harris following the three from Jarrett Jack. Such a wide open look. That's 10 points for Williams.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 10. Kept alive. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Well, 6 of their last 10 points coming on the fast break.
And defensively, you have got to sprint back in transition. The coaching staff has got to be restless right now, and I don't blame them.
Green's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Now here's James. Here's Horford. It's hauled in by Harris. Green against James. Outside, Green. Now the feed to Oladipo. Three-pointer. Harris misses.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Now here's Gordon. 21 points in the game.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Now, here's Oladipo. After Eric Gordon's miss, picked by Williams. Oladipo with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Lets it fly. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Now here is Harris. After Eric Gordon's miss. Green kicks to Oladipo. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Magic. Horford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Harris kicks to Williams. To the middle. Here's Green. It's hauled in by the Magic. James has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Passes it to Jack. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And it's an 8-point Magic lead. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
Orlando with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Picked by Horford. The drive by LeBron.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took...
For the Magic, Spates checked in for Horford. Damari Carroll comes in for Mirza Teletovic, and the Machine subbed in for Gordon. And then for Oklahoma City, J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Steven Adams, and Shumpert in there for Williams. And it's the Thunder with the ball. 7-point differential. Harris kicks to Green, dishes it to Shumpert. Oladipo outside. Pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Harris misses.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
The kick out to Jack. Spates. It's good on the putback. Spates has got the lead up to 9 now for Orlando.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Now here's Shumpert looking for his first basket still in this one.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Now here's Spates. Jeff Green missing his last shot. Baseline try, and James with the basket on the assist from Spates. And now it's an 11-point Magic lead. Now Oladipo, 10 points for him. Here's Harris. Back to Oladipo. Green, the screen. Outside jumper. Fires it up. Carroll passes to LeBron. 1:49 left in the third quarter. The dish to Carroll. Spates kicks to LeBron. Thunder with the rebound.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Tries to snap the cold streak. LeBron with some nice D.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
Now here's James. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Spade sets a screen for LeBron. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. B-Train's checked in for LeBron. And it's Lowry in for Jarrett Jack. Winslow's checked in for Oklahoma City. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Right side, Green. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Green's got 15 points.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. There's the pass to the Machine. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That is his first foul of the game. Houdini's checked in for the Machine. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Harris. Thunder trailing by 11. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Hickson a screen. Hickson a screen on Carroll. Green dishes to Hickson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
J.J. Hickson at the line for 2.
That free throw good from Hickson. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Pass to Lowry. Here's B-Train. Here's Spates. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
We're in agreement.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Orlando out in front. They finish off the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Thunder trailing by 12. Horford is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Houdini. Then there's Gordon. And it's Lowry in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Pass to Houdini. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. There's the pick. There's Thomas with the 3. Teletovic grabs the board. Teletovic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Picked by Horford. Lowry. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From deep, Thomas. Again, Thomas missing.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Gordon, the pass to Horford. Horford sets a screen for Lowry. Back to Horford. 5 on the clock. Shumpert with some nice deep.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Lowry kicks to Gordon. Picked by Horford. Outside Gordon. He dishes it to Teletovic. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Thunder trailing by 8. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Shumpert. And 12 points for Isaiah Thomas.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Horford on Lowry. Pass to Houdini to stop the drought. No good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Outside Shumpert. Green, the screen. Back to Thomas. He kicks it to Green. Shot off the screen. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Teletovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Houdini passes to Lowry. Shot by Gordon. Wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists now tonight. Thunder trailing by 9. Shumpert dishes to Green. Green, the screen. There's Thomas with the 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys?
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. It's stolen by Adams. Thomas with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Thomas with the ball. Picked by Williams. Feeds it to Oladipo. No good on the triple. Magic leading by 6. Lowry kicks to James. LeBron James on the wing. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 17 points here in the second half.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Outside for Thomas. 5 to shoot. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Jared Jack is checked in for the match. Orlando's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. He feeds it to LeBron. Horford sets a screen for LeBron. Shot by Jack. Wide open. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And now an 11-point Magic lead. Thunder have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Outside, Green. Williams a screen. Williams a screen on Jack. Clock at 6. Back to Green from deep. It's hauled in by the Magic.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Looking at the game Horford's been having, he's got 10 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
Al Horford.
First free throw is good. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012.
Oladipo. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Orlando leading by 12. James outside. A floater. And Oladipo pulls it down.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
The drive by James lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Magic lead by 14.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Williams passes to Thomas. Down low, here's Adams. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Horford.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Looking at the game Adams has been having, he's got 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
And so Adams nails both of them.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Green against James. Kicks it to Horford. The 11-footer. Almost, but it rolls out.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Thomas kicks to Adams. And a missed layup.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Outside Jack. Fires, high post. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thomas dishes to Oladipo. There's a screen by Williams. Thomas against Jack. Thomas, no good. Magic leading by 12. Outside Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Now the feed to Jack. Here's Horford. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Horford's got the lead up to 14 now for the Magic. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. Thomas passes to Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. And that's 12 points for Williams.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Orlando's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Picked by Horford. Here's Jack. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Winslow's checked in.
Jared Jack.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
And Oladipo kicks to Adams.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
LeBron outside. Steps back and fires. Good as the jump shot falls. James has got 10 points in just the second half.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Here's Thomas. Dishes it to Oladipo. Outside Williams. Winslow, the pass to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Adams, and it's in off the backboard. Adams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Not quite getting the second chance points that they did in the first half.
Orlando leading by 12. And here is Jack. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And Jack, here we go. And it's blocked by Adams. Gordon against Thomas.
2 minutes, less than
The
2
dish to
minutes remaining in the
Oladipo.
quarter.
Shot clock at 5. And the pass to Winslow. Puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. So Orlando will take it the other way. Gordon dishes to LeBron. Pass to Teletovic. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Jack against Thomas. And Jack kicks to Teletovic. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Winslow's shot is off. Magic leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Magic.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for LeBron James. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
Here's Orlando now. They lead by 14. Passes it to Teletovic. Jack against Thomas. Count that one. And the Magic lead by 16.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, LeBron, after a first half that looked like it could go either way, what was the difference maker down the stretch in this game?
Well, defensively, we stepped up. That's what it's all about with our team. We know if we get stops, we get a better opportunity to get a win and execute offensively.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will on the game.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.